Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us tonight. For those who don't know me, my name is Michelle Rose. I'm going to tell a little bit kind of about me, my background, and then I also have an incredible friend, Jordan, that's going to be joining us to share a little bit with us as well. So I actually have been an athlete my entire life. My main thing is running, and I still run, I still compete. I haven't been competing as much the last couple of years. COVID totally threw a wrench in that. But I'm kind of getting back into it. So I actually like athlete myself. I'm also a certified exercise physiologist. I worked as a personal trainer, like hands-on for 10 years, ran my own business, worked at a high-end local gym. And so I've dabbled all over the place with that. I also was a collegiate cross country and track coach. Because running's my thing. So I have a rather large knowledge base when it comes to the health and fitness field. And then the last 7 years, I have kind of turned my journey a little bit, and I am more focused in the wellness field, but still focusing. I love using all of my knowledge in what I do to really help support people in up-leveling their lives. But my heart has always and will always be in the fitness industry. So kind of with that, a little of my backstory. While I have been an athlete my entire life, I have struggled with a lot of various different health issues along the way. And I actually was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder when I was 15. So that can tell you right there, at a rather young age, I started struggling with my health. And when I was in college, I actually did not compete my junior year of cross country because I went to my coach and I just told him straight up, like, something's wrong. Like, I feel off. I don't know what it is, but I am struggling to get through our workouts. My legs feel heavy. I'm exhausted. Like, something is wrong, and I need to figure out what it is instead of wasting a year or a season of eligibility here. I want to figure out what's going on with my body so I can come back and be a stronger athlete instead of like punishing my body. When your body's saying, I need a break, I can't do this, you have to listen to it. And I had to listen to my body in that time. I will be totally honest with you. I didn't figure out what was wrong. I knew that that was not a time for me to be competing at the collegiate level. Um, sorry, I just saw that somebody put it on closed, show captions. Okay, I wanted to turn on the closed captioning for you guys if anyone needed it. So I had to figure out, at some point I said, I've got to figure out what is going on. I have struggled with a lot of different things, and 7 years ago it came to me, and I was well removed from being a collegiate athlete, total honesty, 7 years ago. But I was struggling deeper and deeper with my health. I was chronically exhausted. I had horrific sugar addiction. My running, running was almost not an option for me because my health needed to be an optimal priority. And I started learning about gut health, went down the incredible rabbit hole. It's amazing if anybody wants to go down a rabbit hole. And I started learning how to heal my body. And in that, I got on top of these health issues that I had been struggling with for so long. But I realized a ton of things. One of them, so many of us deal with chronic inflammation. I knew that I realized I did with being an autoimmune disorder, but it's kind of just that general thing that with our American ways of life, inflammation is a huge thing that we're dealing with. And mine showed up in multiple different ways. Like, I ended up suffering from severe asthma where I couldn't walk down the street when I was in the best shape of my life all of a sudden. And it was literally a switch flipped. And all of a sudden I was down for the count with asthma. But the biggest place that it started to show up was my body always felt heavy. And I feel like a lot of you might relate to this. When I would get out of bed in the morning, I felt like an 80-year-old woman, and I was in my early 20s when this first started. I just felt like the weight of the world was pressing down on me. I was like, I got to do my yoga sesh. I got to stretch. I got to move because I'm just like this. Like, everything is hard in this space. So that was one thing I realized. And getting on top of that allowed my body to heal, but allowed me to also be better when it came to my fitness and my performance. So in this process of healing my body, getting my inflammation down, I started seeing my fitness level completely transform. And mind you, I was a brand new mom in this space. So as I'm healing my body, I'm becoming a brand new mom, entering that space, running a business. I didn't have a lot of time to work out. I didn't. And so my workouts were just what I could put in, the time that I had there. And I like to push my body. It's a lot of that runner, that fitness junkie in me. If you're really into fitness, you're going to feel this. Like, I want to go big or I'm going home. There's no point in showing up if I'm not going to break a sweat. And so in that, I started finding the best fitness of my life. I started running PRs as like a 30-year-old mom at this point, working out half as much as I did when I was a collegiate athlete. I was putting in half as many miles, half as hard of workouts, not put like, it was pretty baseline. And I actually ran, so I'm more of a middle distance runner. In the 1500, I ran a 7-second PR. That's a lot for a 1500. That's a lot for a roughly 5-minute race. Okay. 7 seconds was huge. And I did that like in the space where I wasn't working out 2+ hours a day like I did when I was a collegiate athlete. It was because I finally figured out how to support my body at the ultimate level. I've always been into nutrition. I've always been into working out. I've always been into getting my sleep, drinking my water. I found the missing puzzle piece, and that was supplementation. Supplementation to heal and balance. And I took my results, my knowledge, and I started applying it to my athletes actually at the collegiate level that I had been coaching, but also my clients, my personal training clients. And I started seeing their results transform as well. I actually have an athlete, had an athlete, come to find out she was incredibly anemic. I got her started on this, and she ran a 2-minute PR in the 5K. And she came up to me afterwards and she said, "Oh my gosh, coach, that was the first time in my life that I felt like I could actually run." Like, how incredible is that? She'd been running for years, and I know the feeling. She felt like she'd been trudging through mud or dry sand. If you've ever done either one of those, you know how brutal it is. And I had been in that space a lot with that inflammation wearing down on my body, with my body being unhealthy and unbalanced. So while my fitness level up leveled, I also saw my recovery change. I was recovering faster, and here I'm like, I'm 10 years removed from being a collegiate athlete. Like, I'm not a young little teen anymore, or early 20s. And my recovery is faster than it was back then. I was able to like get back onto it and push my body. I didn't have to sleep as much. I wasn't sitting in the ice bath all the time like I did in college. That was a great luxury. I love ice baths, you guys. And so it's just incredible to see how your body can change. Also, my physique, I actually had put on about 5 pounds, which I will say, this was weight that I needed, struggling with my autoimmune disorder. I struggle to maintain weight all the time, and being a runner, eating super healthy, it's hard to stay in that space for me. And I put on about 5 pounds, and I actually am a smaller size than I was when I was 5 pounds lighter. But I also like my physique is better too. Like, I am more toned in that space as well, which who doesn't want to be more toned? I'm like, bring out the 6-pack. I'm all for it. So that's a little bit of what I wanted to start with and open up with. I'm going to turn it over to my girl, Jordan, and she's going to share a little bit with you as well.
All right. Hi, guys. My name's Jordan. I am a fitness instructor. I've been teaching for about 12 years. I teach Zumba, boot camp, love Les Mills. If you guys do Les Mills, one of my favorite programs, I do Tone. And I've also been a personal trainer for about 5 years. And I'm also a health coach. I got certified maybe 2016, so it's been a while, but love all things health and wellness like Michelle. I was an athlete as well in high school. I was a cheerleader for about 7 years and I played softball for about 5 and I loved it. I was also a runner, done a half marathon, super fun. So health and wellness is my jam. I love fitness. I love movement. I think it's just so great for not only like physical health while you're aging, but also your mental health. It's so key. If you've never tried it consistently, you should. It is a total game changer. But like Michelle, I was doing, all the right things. I started teaching fitness at 17 because I loved how it made me feel. I loved the community. And, my weight was up and down. Sometimes I looked like, this girl's got it all together. And sometimes it was like, what's going on with my body? And it felt really frustrating to never really know if you woke up how you're going to feel. I was doing all the things, playing sports, teaching fitness, running, trying to, eat healthy, but I was really struggling with stomach issues. I finally got diagnosed with IBS. So if you deal with that, I'm your girl, let's chat. I would love to help, just give you guys some tips because there's so much more that you can do. The products are incredible, but also there's a lot of other things you can do that really help. I was also struggling with sleep issues. I had insomnia so bad that it was just normal. I was like, what are we going to do today? And it resulted in me needing a nap almost every single day around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I kept a pillow and blanket in my car because it was so normal. I was exhausted after that, and I kind of relied on caffeine and sugar to get me through the day. And it was a struggle. Some days, with stomach issues, I would look normal, my uniforms fit. Some days, they didn't, and it was like, why? So I could eat one thing and then it would set it off and I would be in a flare for, a week, maybe a couple days. And it was just not fun. My friends weren't dealing with that. And so I thought, well, I'm this healthy person. What's going on? And the missing piece for me was gut health. I was also struggling, with chronic UTIs. It was not fun at all. And they would come on all throughout the year. And it was because my gut was a wreck. I also kept getting sick a lot. I had strep throat. And so I was on antibiotic, steroids. My gut kept getting just like hit over and over again. And it was rough, you guys. So my immune system was not great either. And then I found out about the pink drink. I found out about the gut health supplements. And I said, okay, I only want to try it for weight loss, but I'm dealing with all these other issues. And I was doing everything right, but I couldn't lose weight because my body just said, girl, we're not going to help you out. We're dealing with all this other stuff. We're not going to lose any weight at all. And I said, okay, I'll try it. So within 3 or 4 months of being consistent, I actually dropped 15 pounds and I slowly started to get my sleep back. I actually had energy throughout the day. And you guys, I was 19 at this time. So when I say that most of my friends weren't dealing with this, nobody that age really was dealing with it at the time. It was just me. And so I thought, what is going on? So when I started to get better, it was just amazing. My stomach quit hurting all the time. I quit looking 6 months pregnant. My bloating went away. And it was just amazing. So it kind of set me on the path for not only continue to teach, I could show up and teach my classes with energy and focus. I started to remember the moves a little bit better in Zumba. It's a struggle to know. I think it's about 15 or 16 routines for an hour that you have to cue, talk to people. I could finally teach the way I wanted. And I was like, you know what? If I'm feeling like that, I bet some of my students are feeling like that. I bet some of my personal trainer clients are feeling like that. And it's really helped them not only hit their weight loss goals, hit, their health goals, but they're no longer struggling with stomach issues. They're no longer like waking up throughout the night. They're having energy and it's really helping their sugar cravings too. So I think the products are amazing. They've helped my health so much. And I know that my clients are loving them. They're awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan, for sharing. I know we can both relate on a lot of those things in there.
Oh yeah, all the things that nobody wants to talk about, but we need to talk about them because you guys deserve to feel good. It's a game changer.
We talk about poop around here, guys.
We do.
It's totally normal.
It's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to go over just a few products that have been game changers for me. Um, we do a lot of support through the supplementation and wellness side. We also do support through lifestyle changes as well, simple lifestyle changes. If you're already in your fitness groove and you're rocking it, great. If you're not, we can help support through some various different movement. We also do support through some nutritional side of things as well. But I'm going to cover more of the kind of the supplementation side of it. In the chat, I did just drop this simple little quiz. If you click on that link, you can go take a quiz. It's just 3 questions, and it's going to recommend a system that would be incredible for you to start with. You can do that while I'm chatting. And then we can, after I'm done talking, and there is a chat box. If you didn't know, there's a chat box. You're welcome to utilize that. You can drop anything in there. But in a few minutes, you can also unmute and we can just have a conversation, open conversation for a few minutes there as well. So, Jordan mentioned the pink drink. This is the fabulous little pink drink here. This is great because it is on the go. I just had a friend mention that she ran out at baseball practice and slipped and went and bought a soda, and she made a giant mistake. Elise has hers over there. So this is, I'm always like, have a stash in your bag, your gym bag, your purse, your diaper bag, all of the things, because you never know when you're going to need one on the run. I love this. So you just mix it in your water. This helps do a lot of things. The main thing it helps you do is balance your blood sugar. Our blood sugar is our master hormone, and it affects every system of our body. It's so incredibly important to keep that in status quo. And I'm just going to tell you real quick for you to kind of tune in to what happens when your blood sugar is not level. That afternoon crash where you all of a sudden turn into a diva and you're the Snickers commercial star, and you're like sassy pants, hangry, snappy, all of the things, that's your blood sugar. Just, and especially as a woman, I think we're all like, oh yeah. And we also recognize it in our husbands too, where you're like, oh honey, here. Have a Snickers real quick because this isn't working. So we help support balanced blood sugar levels, which is really important for helping your health in general. But I have seen it show up hugely in my fitness. This also, I kind of had a tendency to get kind of lightheaded a lot when I used to work out. And I have definitely been able to equate that to some blood sugar imbalances as well. And so that's helped me. I don't know if anyone else ever feels that when you're working out all, so you're like, whoa, I need to take a second. It really helped me get rid of that. I don't get that anymore. So this is a lot of what I started with. So we pair this, we really focus on healing and balancing the body and the gut. That's the center of everything. So we pair it with, this is our ProBio 5. It's a probiotic, it's a 3-in-1. So it's got probiotics, digestive enzymes, and it's an antifungal. So it is really going to get to what's going, like all that bad stuff that's inside of you. It's going to help break it down, but it's also bringing that good, healthy bacteria in and repopulating your digestive system with that. And then we pair it with our product that's called BioCleanse, and that's going to help regulate your digestive system, flush out those toxins that this is going to help break down. That one's also really good for helping support muscle contraction as well. So when you're working out, guess what is really important? Healthy muscle contraction. And so that is also going to help with supporting your recovery in the altogether. So I don't have the other bottle with me, but the 3 of them, it's another capsule bottle. They come together, and that's what started my healing journey and what really helped me kind of up level to get my fitness level to the next level, improve my recovery, that kind of stuff. I have a couple other things I'm going to talk about super quick too, because I feel like they're instrumental. If you're like, I am into this workout thing. So this is our natural anti-inflammatory, super cool. You grab a combo pack this month, you're going to get a free bottle of this. So I was talking about how we're filled with inflammation. Our little system that I showed you helps support reducing inflammation. This guy is like a powerhouse though. Like its job is specifically to go after that inflammation that you're having. And so when you are going a little bit harder and you're going to get a little bit more sore, this can help reduce that. Honestly take this on a regular basis to keep my inflammation at the core of it down. And then when I go harder, I take a little bit more. When I'm more sore, I feel it. So I take a little bit more of this. So that one's incredible. And then we have, I'm not going to open the bag right now, but this is Hydrate. It's our electrolyte drink. Electrolytes, I think we all know, are important when it comes to working out. You're sweating out those electrolytes. We need to be replenishing them. If you are getting warm, I just had a friend today be like, hey, I went and sat in the sauna. I'm like, make sure you got your electrolytes. You got to replenish that. With summer coming, no, it doesn't matter if you're out working out or not. Summer's coming. We're going to be sweating. We're going to be moving our bodies more. We need to be replacing those electrolytes. So this is beautiful because it's a complete electrolyte. Gatorade, Powerade, Body Armor, whatever you're looking at, they have usually 1 or 2 electrolytes in them. There's, I believe it's 5 different electrolytes. And so this is going to replenish all of those. What's important. It's also not going to be filled with your artificial sweeteners. It's not chock full of sugar. It has no dyes. This is all natural. And that's going to be, if you're putting those artificial chemicals, like those things I was just mentioning, in your body, you are not doing your body a service of helping it be balanced and healthy. Okay. So we want to help give you those tools to do that. The last thing I'm going to touch base on, this is one of my absolute favorites. It's another cute little stick. I actually have one right here. This is it's a clean based energy drink. And one of the incredible things, it does help with energy. Obviously, it also helps with mental focus and clarity. And with that, what it does is it dilates your blood vessels. And then dilating your blood vessels is going to get your blood flowing. And when you're working out, you need your blood going to those working muscles. And it's going to help flush out any of like the toxins and stuff. We're talking like lactic acid and stuff that's going to build up while you're working out. And when you do that, it's going to help you go stronger, faster, longer, all of those things, but it's also going to help you recover. It's actually clinically shown to reduce DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness, AKA when you're sore later. It helps reduce soreness. Super awesome. So it can be used as a pre and or post workout. Not required. I just drink it whenever I want because I love it. It just so happens I usually drink in the afternoon. I usually run in the afternoon. So I double up. But that is one of my, like, a huge go-to. It also helps reduce inflammation too with the properties that it has in it. It also has a superfood blend. It's great. So we're all about always getting the inflammation down because that's going to just be a silent killer. And I see that affect people so much when it comes to working out is we've got to get your inflammation down. You're not going to see the results. Also, if you're looking to lose weight as part of your fitness progress, inflammation is part of the weight we carry around. Okay, that's going to show up as some of that puff. So if we can reduce that puff, that inflammation, you're going to see the results on the scale a whole lot faster. Did anybody have a chance to take the quiz? Does anybody want to talk about what it came up with real quick? We can do that. You can unmute yourself or pop into the chat. Okay, that's fine. I want to invite everyone that's on here. Actually, Joy, do you have the link handy? Can you pop it in the chat? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to jump off of here in just a second, but we're actually just going to jump onto a link that Joy is going to drop in the chat. We are in the process and we've already kind of created it, but we are making this big, huge movement towards vibrant and healthy living. And we are going to be talking more, like, super open about how you can actually earn money in doing what we do. This has been like, I pretty much left the fitness piece to do this because it has given me so much purpose in what I do. So if you're like, this sounds super cool, I'd love to learn a little bit about how I can share this and make $400 or get a free trip to the Caribbean. That's what a bunch of us are working on doing in November. There's the link Joy just dropped for you. You're welcome to pop on and listen in and join us there. And also, if any questions are coming up, you can shoot a message to the person that invited you, and they can help chat over kind of what we went over and answer any of those questions that you had. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate your time, and we wanted to respect that. So I know you don't get any back. It's the most precious gift that you're ever going to be given because it never comes back. So thank you guys so much. And I hope to see you all on our call here right now. We're going to go get on it right now. Have a great night.